Let's go to Brian, who's on the line in Mason, Ohio. Brian, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hey, Ken, it's an honor to speak with you.
Honor to speak with you.
Hey, so I know my dream job. I'd love to work for the Disney parks doing tech, and I know the proximity principle, but I'm trying to figure out how to make that work with. I've done as much research as I can, trying to figure out what tech jobs they have, but I can't find out anything, and I don't know anyone that works there or has connections there.
Okay.
So trying to figure out how to navigate that.
Okay, so when you say you can't find out about the jobs itself, there's no public posting, there's no information at all?
Well, I went to their job site, and I don't see any jobs there. I've went there periodically to check back.
Well, what is there?
And I can't find it on there.
What is on that job site?
Basically, higher up as far as corporate jobs and different director positions, and but I don't see anything concerning tech. I haven't seen.
Okay, great. All right, so let me walk you through a series of questions, okay? So
Okay.
have you made a list of all of the places where Disney is, where they're employing people that are in tech? Have you made a list? Like, so we know Orlando, we know LA, have you made a list of that?
Well, they have, when you go to their website, it has all the jobs for all the parks. And it tells you all the positions that are open for all their parks.
Are there tech jobs? There are tech jobs in the park, right?
Not that I can see. I haven't found any.
But is that where you want to be?
They,
Tell me, give me just for fun, okay? Tell me what the tech job is at Disney, the dream job. What are you doing all day? Is it in a park? Is it underground where nobody sees you and you're making all the stuff work? What are we talking about?
Well, my idea is that, and I've seen when I go there, I see that a lot of the technology they use is Apple. So I would love, and I love Apple products too. So I would love to, if they have problems with their devices, that I can help them fix their devices anywhere in the park. Like if they have problems, they say, "Hey, Brian, go and help it, at this place and fix that."
Got it. All right. So let me ask you this: do you have all the necessary qualifications, or at least you're pretty darn qualified from a tech standpoint?
Yeah, I was a tech at Apple Retail, so I'm
Okay.
I'm not, the best, I would say, but I think I'm really
All
good.
right, hold on a second.
At what I do.
Hold on a second. This is fun. Brian, have you talked to any of your managers or previous managers to see if they know anybody at Apple corporate who knows anybody at Disney?
I haven't. I've told them about my dream, but
Doesn't
I haven't
matter.
asked them if they knew anybody.
You got to ask. That's one. So there's one homework assignment. You got it?
Got it.
Are you willing to move to Orlando or Los Angeles or wherever there's another park or whatever?
Absolutely. That'd be a dream.
All right. All right. Listen. So, have you gone to a park recently? When was the last time you actually stepped foot in as an actual patron? You bought a ticket and you went to the Disney park.
It's been about 2 years.
Yeah. I think you need to actually go to a park, and it could be just you. You can take the family if you want to, but I'm one of the things you have to do is you got to be really bold. Now, this doesn't always work, and this isn't a silver bullet, but I'd go to the park if I were you, and I'd hang around all those kiosks and all those places where you see Apple devices. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
And I'd wait to see somebody in the blue shirt or the Disney polo shirt. You know what I'd do? I'd start talking to them. Hey, real quick question. Don't be creepy or weird. I don't think you're creepy or weird, but don't be creepy or weird. Just go, hey, quick question. What's the department like? What kind of support staff do you have for all these devices? Curious how it works. People love to be asked stuff like that, right? Nobody ever talks to that person, right? The only people that talk to that guy who runs out there is the mad mom because her fast pass isn't working. Am I right?
Yeah.
So what if you went in there for the sole purpose of walking around all those kiosks and waiting until a shirt came out and you have about 3 or 4 of those conversations? Do you think that's realistic or not?
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't you think you'd come away with some good information?
Yeah.
Do you think it would be worth it to spend the money driving or flying in and taking that chance to get some real information?
Well, we do have a trip planned next year, so
I didn't ask you
we could do that next year.
I didn't ask you that. I said, do you think it would be worth it to go find out real information and get some real leads on how to get in?
Yeah, but we've been through a lot of financial hardships, and so we're really tight.
I understand. Okay?
Yeah.
You're talking to a guy who understands hardship and that I didn't know how in the world I was going to get into broadcasting. Do you understand? I know exactly what you're feeling.
Yeah.
But have you ever heard the old phrase where there's a will, there's a...
No way.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
asking you, Brian, would it be worth it to take that shot?
Yeah.
Okay, now let's move on. You're telling me you've talked to everybody you know. I mean everybody. I'm not talking about family and friends. I'm talking about acquaintances. Do your kids play sports?
Not really. They're not really big sports.
Do they do
kids.
clubs? Do they do anything socially where you're running into other parents of these kids?
Yeah.
Okay. You got to work your acquaintances. You have to work 5, 6, 7 levels out of people that you do know that will at least return your phone call and be nice to you. You track it with me.
Mm-hmm.
And you start with going, hey, I'm trying to get on with Disney. Do you have any friends or family that work for Disney? Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I guarantee you, if I sat with you in your house and I made you call and email all these people and I checked in with you for 4 or 5 days, within 4 or 5 days, you're going to find somebody that knows somebody that works at Disney. And you just go, all my buddy is looking for, or all my cousin is looking for, or all my friends is looking for is how do you actually apply? Because online, it's not really easy. So how do I get in? Because I'm telling you, Disney needs tech people like crazy. I'll bet they're coming and going, okay?
Yeah.
And it's a great company to work for, so maybe they aren't coming and going. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't. I don't know. But my point is there is a way for you to get in somehow. And by the way, that same exercise, Brian, is not just for you to learn what the application process is or who to talk to. It also becomes your references, like my resume guide at kencoleman.com. Now, you're having financial issues. It's tight. This may take a little bit of time. But you've got time to work these connections. So may it take you, Brian, 2 or 3 years, 4 years to get there? Maybe. But that's how you do it. You're qualified. You're just working your fanny off any spare moment you have to find a connection. And you can do this. I promise.